Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is us at Coffee Chats Unfiltered. I'm looking up you guys at one of my monitors here.
Good
But
morning.
we are here bringing some good coffee conversations with our coffee cups. And today, this is my happy cup. What you got, Val?
I'm being a grown up.
Okay, adulting. I love it. I love that. That is so cute.
I'm adulting, honey.
Okay. And we're adulting happily. All right now.
Happily. There you go. That part.
Happy adulting. Happy adulting. We hope everyone had just an amazing Thanksgiving holiday and had got a chance to socialize and fellowship with family and friends and all that good stuff that really matters. Today we're talking about something that really matters. And so we want to get into everything. And at the end of the recording, I usually at the end of the video ask Val for a verse. And I'm going to start with a verse this time. She can give us the one that we end with. But this is really, really important, y'all, for this time that we're in. Look at Luke 12:15. God tells us in the Bible a lot. So, that is the user manual for life. So consult the user manual, Luke 12:15. And God speaks, and I'm going to read from the NIV version, and I'm having to read from my phone, y'all, because I had some technical difficulties and couldn't pull it up on the Gmail. I mean, not the Gmail, the Google. So I'm reading from the phone. So the NIV says, "Then he said unto them, watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." So this is a word, y'all. Greed has no place in our world. It really does not. So you see what's going on. So I'm just saying. But anyway, so we're talking today about reframing of the realignment of the professional degrees by the Department of Education. And this is just a tragic thing, I think, that has happened. Because what it's impacting is women mainly, because we are the ones who hold these degrees that they are taking away from the professional classification. What they want to now consider a professional degree is a degree of medicine, different types of doctors, a degree of medicine, dentistry. And I'm just going off the top of my head of what I was reading and studying. Medicine, dentistry, and it was one other thing. But anything, excuse me, having to do with social work, psychology, even therapists, education, and people in education. And my master's degree is in organizational leadership. So that's definitely not considered a professional degree anymore. So, but people in schools, in the school system, Val, they have to, their pay is aligned with their degrees. They have to go back to school to get the secondary, the post graduate degrees and the postgraduate degrees. And then that's how they rank up with their pay. And it's sad to know that they have gone to school and got those degrees and been a professional all this time. And now all of a sudden they're not going to be considered a professional. So it's crazy, but they're no longer going to have that atomic weight in 2025 because people, it's not because they're any less smart, but it's just because the world has changed faster than the degree programs did. And this is their reasoning. That's not really the reasoning, but that's their reasoning. These degrees are held predominantly by women. And I'm going to add even Black women.
Yes.
Most
Yes.
of those degrees are held by Black women, and we are the targets right now, Black women and women.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And then I hope everyone has been adhering to what's going on with the 4 days after, like Black Friday.
Yeah.
And I sent you guys a video too on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Black Friday yesterday, today, and tomorrow, Cyber Monday. Because
Uh-huh.
all right, the first thing I'm talking about is economy, and
Mm-hmm.
that's huge for us to make that statement. So first,
Mm-hmm.
the economy has evolved faster than the curriculum with these degrees. So many
Yes.
of the degree programs still teach the concept from the early 2000s, and the employers are operating now in an AI driven type of way for 2025. So the
Mm-hmm.
job market, the degree is it's still relevant, but the
Mm-hmm.
job market and the degree didn't move together. So
Ooh.
that's what's happening here with that. The professional label has now faded.
Either way.
And professional status is now tied to the
Mm-hmm.
skills, not
Mm-hmm.
the titles.
Yes, ma'am.
That's for
And
Val.
that's scary. That's kind of it's a scary thing. And like you're saying, we know we want to continue to educate ourselves. We know we want to continue to grow. That we do know. It's just that now how it's done and what's accepted is it's the thing that's different. So
Mm-hmm.
like you're saying, professional status is now tied to a skill, not the titles anymore. So in
Mm-hmm.
2025, you earn professional credibility by showing something totally different, like evidence of capability.
Yes.
Modern skills, which means today's skills, digital literacy. I swear, if you're not in the digital world, you are lost.
Yep.
Digital literacy, and not only that, AI readiness, guys. Like Cynthia just said, it is taken over. It has taken over, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be even more prevalent as we keep going. This
Absolutely.
AI thing is something different.
It is. It
Um,
really is.
and then you got to be adaptable. You got to adaptability. You got to be able to adapt to what's coming right then and there. The change that's coming right then and there. You can't wait for it. You can't say, "Oh, I got to understand it. I got to learn it." You got to be able to adapt with the changes and go with the flow. So that's
Mm-hmm.
something that's most definitely different. So even though we have a degree alone, that doesn't prove that anymore, that you're worthy of your position, worthy of your title. So the
Yeah.
professional status has shifted. The professional status, guys, have now shifted to skills-based validation. And I
Mm-hmm.
can attest for that, Cynthia. When
Mm-hmm.
I got the job that I have now, it was more of my skill set.
Okay.
What have I done? What have I learned? What can be um, different than a business management degree that you can bring into this training world right now as a training specialist, as a
Okay.
learning development specialist. So it was more
Okay.
so of the skills.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, but in a sense, like you said, it's not a good thing, especially for it's not a good thing when it comes to educators for
Right.
all that they have.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's a changing good thing to
Mm-hmm.
upskill yourself.
Right.
So that way
Right.
you can always be employable. So you can always be
Absolutely.
marketable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that yeah, that's a huge point, to make
Mhm,
yourself relevant to the job market. And
mhm,
specialization beats generalization for educational needs now, as far as the degrees are concerned. So the
mhm,
degrees that are built on broad theories have lost their status because companies now want you to be specialists. And the industries need those problem solvers.
uh-huh,
Employers need people who can do and not just know. You
mhm,
know, if you
mhm,
know and have the knowledge, you know how they say faith without action is dead.
mhm,
So is knowledge in your head. If it's in
mhm.
your head, it's there. But if you can take it and apply it and do, that's what they're looking for. So really, to me, what it looks like too here is to really emphasize more of our soft skills. because we're doing. So this is really becoming more important now, those soft skills. And if the degree did not create job-ready specialists, then the professional ranking of it has now dropped off.
This is so familiar. Here again with the job that I have, y'all know we always have stories. Specialists, subject matter experts is what's thriving right now. I was working a couple of months ago. I was working on a project with the company I work for now, a succession planning project. So this was just not for upskilling. This was not just for upskilling the supervisors and managers, but this was also upskilling the individuals who wants to be subject matter experts, not to be a manager or a supervisor. Right. So they had to have special qualifications, special skills, which were those obtained soft skills that they are upskilling right now. So, so you're absolutely right. The professional ranking is dropping. So when it comes to your careers now advance through micro credentials and lived expertise. So shorter, targeted programs like AI certifications. I'm working on one now. UX boot camps, UI and UX boot camps to be exact. Digital training now hold more professional weight than some 4-year degree does.
Absolutely.
Your 4 degree is lost. Here again, not to put it out there saying that the 4-year degree does not matter, because it does matter. But that skill, that trade, that specialist, that subject matter expert is what's going to thrive and keep going at this day and time right now. So a 6-month certificate can outrank a 4-year degree in the new system. That's not an insult at all. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just stating the facts because I am now in that position. So it's the new economic reality. So I am in that position right now, as I state it. These people could care less if I had a degree or not.
Right.
What do you know?
What can you do? Yeah.
You do. And those skills, guys, those skills, you got to show those via metrics. Show them how those skills worked. It produced 20% more of this. I taught, and these 70% of this passed this class because of this. That's how it's working right now. That's the way of the world at this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the market values the currency, not the tradition. So traditionally we were, degree, but now it's the market that is valuing currency. So professional status is now being based on these things. How current is your knowledge? So stay relevant. How relevant are your skills? Stay relevant with your skill set and your knowledge. And then how well can you adapt? Val just talked about that adaptability, because change is the only thing we can know that is going to happen. Change. So we need to be able to adapt, bend, twist, whatever, And then what can you produce? What, like she just said, what can you do? What are you producing? So they are saying the degrees aren't outdated, but simply just they've stopped evolving with the world. And the market has now responded to that.
That's right. That's right. So you got to do just a little bit more, give a little bit more in order for you to continue. Remember, as a community, this is information that we need. As a community, this is something that needs to be learned. As a community, this is something that we have to adapt to, because it's new. It's new. So we can't do things that we did in 2000 to get the results that we need for 2026.
Absolutely.
And Lord knows we can't do things that we did in 1990 to get the results that we need for 2026.
With the BlackBerry phone.
Let's not even talk about that.
I know.
So now let's talk about the empowering reframe. Bold wording, the empowering reframe. Degrees didn't lose value. They lost exclusive, that word,
exclusivity.
Exclusivity. That word kicks me. And then there's another word, familiarity.
Familiarity.
Yeah,
Familiarity.
those two words do not need to be in my vocabulary. I'm so sorry. So, but anyway,
I know.
what I'm saying is you still benefit from a couple of things. And those things that you benefit from, which are very important, it's critical thinking. You need critical thinking in your everyday life, in your everyday workmanship. You need critical
Yes.
thinking. And we got to know that your employer needs to know that. And if you're a business owner, your customers need to know
Mm-hmm.
are well versed in critical thinking. Structured knowledge. You got to have the knowledge. You got to be structured. You got to know what's going on about your work along with others. So structured knowledge. Discipline. Oh my God, that should have been number one, guys. We have to be disciplined in anything that we do. When you're disciplined, that means you're focused. When you're disciplined, that means you're on point. When you're disciplined, that means you have a strategy. When you're disciplined, that means you are structured. Also, guys, communication skills. You got to have that communication skills. Oftentimes, when people hear communication skills, they're thinking you have to know how to talk and know what to say. It's got to make sense. And you also got to be able to listen, not listen to hear, but listen to understand. So the communication skills is a total round 360. It meets in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then professional resilience. Professional resilience. You got to have that professionalism. Okay. The professionalism is going to go a long way. You got to know how to carry yourself. You got to know how to direct. You got to know how to you got to know how to gather your thoughts and the things that are going around you with people. Okay. All that works together. All of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But to keep professional status, you pair your degree, still got your degree, that awesome degree that's still getting you places, that's still working for you, working for your good. But now you're going to do something plus. You're going to make it a bonus. You're going to pair that degree with new tech skills. So now you're upskilling yourself.
Yep.
Here again, remember, we said employable and marketable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now you're going to pair it with your AI capabilities. There are so many AI courses out there right
Mm-hmm.
now. There's tons of them on Coursera. That's where I'm taking my courses from.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm pairing my degree with AI capability,
Mm-hmm.
and not to mention real world deliverables.
Yes.
Oh my God. Real world experiences, guys, that you can pinpoint where this actually happened. This is what happened. This is how I changed it. This is the difference that it made. This is what it's doing moving forward. So those real world deliverables. Okay. And then your up to date certifications.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Soft skill certifications, AI
Mm-hmm.
certifications, UI, UX certifications. All right. And your portfolio proof. Now, I'm glad that we mentioned portfolio. I have yet to build a portfolio, but because we're talking about this now and it's truly in demand, I will start working on my portfolio. And if you have not worked on your portfolio, I would encourage you to do so as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the degree becomes the foundation, not the final product.
Mm.
Okay. I know that's a lot, but it's very
But
important.
that's important. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what basically summing up what this means for people in 2025. If your degree isn't considered professional now anymore, it does not mean that you need to throw away the degree or it's not valuable or anything. All you need to do is realign. We always talk about realigning things and aligning things. And what that means is to just stack new skills, add to your skill set, respecialize. These courses Val was just talking about, Coursera, Udemy, there's tons of things you guys can find online. Adapt to your expertise to what is relevant now. So if you have expertise in a certain area, find out how you can adapt that to the things that are relevant that employers are looking for at this point. Be able to pivot your value story. How Val was just talking about telling the employer what you were able to deliver. I did this. this happened, this change, this added to the company's, value because of what I did with this. Pivot your value story to what is being relevant now and value. And then reposition your career brand. So if your career brand needs to be repositioned, you could have been one of the people who were laid off with the federal workers or even the private sector workers. Listen, I've been laid off for 12 months, y'all. So I know what that's like. But you have to reposition your career brand for what's relevant and what they're looking for, what the employers are looking for. Just realignment is now our power. It's our buzzword, realignment. Reinvention is professional. Reinvention is now the professional thing we're looking for. Not necessarily looking at the degree, but reinvention of yourself. And then relevance is the new status symbol, you guys. Being relevant, that's your new status symbol. So those are some 3 R's: realignment, reinvention, and relevance.
And Cynthia, when you speak of realignment, what made me think about?
What?
Stand in alignment with the Word of God. I always got to bring it back to it. Always got to stand in alignment with the Word of God. So stand in alignment with the Word of God. That's number one. And when we get off track, we have to get a realignment. When our cars get off track, we have to realignment, right? So that means that's destruction, opposition, issues, and problems when it's not aligned. So realignment is most definitely needed. It's going to be needed from this day forward. We got to think about that. So that realignment is power, man. That's key.
Absolutely.
Man. Look, that's law.
It is law. And we do, and you know what we have, guys? We do have a call to action. Take back the power of your degree in 2025. That's the power. That's the call to action for you. Take back your power of your degree. So your degree is not losing value. Just keep that in mind. And you just need to wake it up. You need to upgrade it. You need to realign it and put it back to work for you. Because the world is shifting. So now it's your move. What you gonna do? Okay. And so, we can't, that's our call to action. We can't just sit back on this one. If you sit back on this one, you're going to be sitting down for a while.
That's right. We're playing chess, Monopoly, and checkers. Here's your move. We got to keep it.
I know that's right. Yep, that is so true. The thing that we have to do, these are some things that we have to do with this call to action. We got to add one modern feature or focus skill to your portfolio, resume, whatever, something AI, digital tools, digital literacy, automation, or any skill that's relevant to your industry, whatever your industry is. Just pair your degree with a new certification. Start looking for those certifications. Val was just talking about that, y'all. So build something now that you can show. Val was just talking about that. Show me what you do. Show me what you've done. Projects, portfolio presentations, business ideas, or even case studies. These are the things you want to show that you've done. And then just rewrite
that. AI can help you with that.
Thank you, girl. AI can help you with so much, guys. And that can, like Val said, that can be something you can use AI to help you build and show. And then just rewrite your professional story so your degree becomes that foundation and not your finale. Let that be the beginning. Oh, I have this degree in business administration, and that helped me to be able to do XXX for XX corporation and increase their value and share and market share and all whatever. And so, but that's the way you do that. Just show that that professional story and make that relevant, and just stay in motion. So the people who win now are the ones who just keep on learning, y'all. We never need to stop learning. Always can get better, and then keep adapting. We've already talked about that. Just keep adapting, keep learning, and keep innovating, starting things, creating things, innovating.
And when you say that, and I sit down, and I sit back a lot, and I say, oh my God, I need to do, I need another source of income, but it has to be beneficial for me to do it. I can't. And I know they say you got to spend money to make money, but when you don't have the money to spend to make it, then you have to do something else to make the money. So I've been thinking about, like, what can I do? What can I do? And every time I think about that, I get frustrated because there's a lot I want to do, but it requires an extra a dollar amount. So I had to sit back and be innovative and figure out how I can do these things. So I started doing what I did when I got laid off September 23rd. I made me some more cards, some more business cards, errand running, personal assisting. What is it that you need me to do for you?
Mm-hmm.
House sit does not include pets.
Mm-hmm.
Pets. So I had to be innovative. So that's something simple that I could do in order to make money on my downtime. So
Absolutely.
be innovative. Take something that you love and build from it and let it help you. Let it help you. Okay. So
Yes.
I'm glad that you said that, be
I
innovative.
know. And that is such a good example, Val, and that's awesome. So what the truth is that we need to know, you guys, is
Mm-hmm.
that your education is not powerless. So don't feel bad about what the money you spent, the investment you made. We just need to reconnect it now to the current state of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So the call is simple. Just upgrade, adapt, reskill to
Mm-hmm.
reclaim this power of what you worked so hard for all those years. Don't let the world outgrow you. Grow with it, y'all. We have to grow with it.
That is so true.
Mhm.
We got to, y'all.
Absolutely.
We are still here for a reason.
Yes, we are. We are here and we can thrive. Val, you have a word for us to end?
Well, what I would like to do is just, I want everyone, this is now, December starts tomorrow, correct? So
Correct.
I want you guys to focus on the 9 fruits of the spirit, 9 fruits of the spirit, for the month of December. I want you to focus on those. Let me pull them up. I'm just going to give them to you, and you can jot them down if you would like. We also did this. I told you guys how we do different things for our when we're together for family gatherings, and this is one of the things that we did. We went over the 9 fruits of the spirit, and we assigned individuals a fruit for them
Huh,
to focus on for the month of December, and then
okay.
we'll get back together in January and find out how did they focus on the fruit. How did it work? So I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you this really quickly. The 9 fruits of the spirit, fruits of God, is in a spiritual sense. One of the fruits is love. Fruits of the spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. And Cynthia reminded me of our conversation when you stated that you're not nice, you're kind, because that's a big difference. And
Mhm.
kindness goes a long way. So that I thought about you when I was distributing this. So if you would like, that's your fruit of the spirit for December.
Okay.
Um, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those are the 9 um, fruits of the spirit spiritually from God. And we need those fruits in order for us to move daily, personally, work wise, and people that surround us. We want someone that's carrying the light of love and joy. We want someone
Mm,
that has peace in their heart, that's not argumentative and abrasive. We want someone to be patient because everyone don't move on the same speed. So we want to be patient and have people that around us are patient. We want individuals to exercise kindness to us, and we want to do that. We want to give kindness out. Goodness, the
mm,
goodness of the heart. Oh my God, something so simple, but seems like so hard for some people. Faithfulness. Faithfulness in what? Faithfulness in you, faithfulness in God, faithfulness in your work, faithfulness with dealing with your children, faithfulness with dealing with tasks, gentleness.
mm,
Everything does not have to be so hardcore.
mm.
Okay. Um, self-control, exercising that self-control, knowing what you can and cannot do, knowing when to pull back, self-control. So the 9 fruits of the spirit are my word for today. You guys exercise those 9 fruits of the spirit for the month of December and tell me how it helped you. Y'all tell me in January how they helped you. Okay.
Oh, that is wonderful. I love that, Val. And you made me want to share something really quick though.
Mhm. Yes.
At our Thanksgiving gathering, one thing I did was I gave the cards. I think I had mentioned earlier that I was going to do this. I gave the cards, and everyone had to write the name of someone in the room who
Yes.
they were thankful for, and at the end, after we finished eating, I had everyone, give their name and
Mhm.
why they were thankful for that person.
Mhm.
Girl,
See?
it was so emotional. My one of my guests, he said, "Oh man, I wish we had videoed this because there were
Mhm.
tears.
Oh
People
my
were just overwhelmed with the things that people had done for them, and they were so thankful. It was such an emotional thing. I really wish we had
girl.
somebody had filmed it. It was
See?
so good. That would have been a great family moment to have.
Oh yes. But you know what? You can always remember it. And the individual
Yes,
that
in
was
our
there,
mind's eye. Yes,
that's right. They will always remember it, and it holds true to them because that happened.
yes,
And I'm glad that you did that because you did mention it. And I had mentioned to you about us doing the little cards, the index cards, and
yes.
we'll pull a name, and then we'll write a scripture or affirmation or words of encouragement for the individual name that we pulled. And we did that.
Okay.
We did that, and they were so. There were people that were friends that were there. They were like, "Oh my God, I love that you guys did that," because it's all about loving each other and encouraging each other and get you to 2026 and through 2026.
Yes.
So
To and
yes,
through. To and
to
through,
and
girl.
through.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. Thank y'all for stopping by. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Coffee cups up, y'all. We love you. Have an
Mm.
excellent day. Bye.
Bye.